Welcome back, Rankers. How are you going? I wanted to do another review this week. I was looking at the Temple & Webster site during the week, and Temple & Webster are one of Australia's most successful retailers, and they're doing, obviously, a lot of stuff really, really well. But there's a lot that I would say, why are they doing that? And I did reach out to them during the week, and we were going to catch up, but we haven't had a chance. And so I just thought, I'd tell you what we see, and to give you an idea of what designers have been doing wrong for a very long time for retail. So in normal retail, when you go to a bricks and mortar or old school retail, they have a very old science, if you like, of how to design a retail store. A shopping mall, for instance. You know, you'll have the escalators pointed so that you have to walk around and pass all the other shops in the store themselves. You'll have things positioned at the counter, right? For point of sale, impulse buys, those sorts of things. That science hasn't really happened on retail websites. Now you might say, oh, well, people who bought this also bought that, might be one, possibly. But have a look at this. So Temple & Webster, great company, don't get me wrong, just picking on them, and they've probably considered a lot of these things, but they're a company of a size where there'll be probably a lot of people involved in the website, and that's why a company that size typically isn't someone we'd put on a revenue model. We might do something else like a report or something like that, but not a revenue model, because they wouldn't be able to get things done quickly enough if they're a large organisation with lots of people involved in the decision-making process around the website. If I walked into a store, a bricks and mortar store, which I don't believe Temple & Webster have, if I walked into one, this would be the equivalent of someone coming up to me as soon as I walked in the store. Hey, here's a voucher for $20 off your first order. Oh, thanks. Okay, so we get rid of that, and now we've got hot bedroom bargains. That's another big sign in front of me. And I still haven't got to the thing that I want to buy yet, because I've got a big bloody sign in front of me telling me about something that I may or may not be interested in, right? In the store, as I'm in the shop. You wouldn't do that in your shop, right? And I'm not just speaking to Temple & Webster here, it's everyone, right? It's the design, it's the retail design industry. And the chat's great, right? But one of the first things you were taught in bricks and mortar retail, if you're a salesperson, is you do not say, how can I help you? How may I help you? You never say that. They are phrases that you just get rid of. And that's old school retail. And the reason for that is that because it produces an automated response of, I'm right, thanks. That's it. That's why you don't say it in bricks and mortar retail. But we're not doing the same on the web. And we spoke a little bit about this last week. And there's a lot, people ask me, well, I was talking to a new client this week. He said, so you do UX, you do SEO, and you do ads, a bit of everything. And I said, well, yeah. What we do is that we look at what the revenue goals are, and then we try to work out what are the best levers to pull to reach those revenue goals. Like, for instance, there might be an SEO task that you might want to do for a site that actually affects ads. And this happens to us all the time. It happened a couple of weeks ago. So this one here, this is an ad campaign. This little annotation here is actually an SEO task, right? And that SEO task, you can see here, is responsible for a major uptick in revenue. You can see the traffic go up. And the traffic went up because of an SEO task that we did. So we don't look at, or we don't divide tasks up to say we're going to do X amount of SEO and we're going to do X amount. No, it's about thinking about the customer and what needs to be done to achieve for revenue. Still, I'm still not at my product, right? I'm still here, word on the sheets. Frozen to, do I want any of these things? Well, no, not really. Categories, here we go. What's in here? Right, so everyone's doing it. And don't feel bad if you're doing it. As I said, I spoke to one guy whose main lead metric was phone calls, and the phone number was not on the website, visible, on the mobile. So there's simple things. But don't, or as a business owner, stop thinking about, I need some SEO, I need some UX, I need to... Think about first what the revenue goals are and how you want to achieve them, and then what you want to spend in those different areas and what's going to give you the best return. It might not be ads, it might be ads. It might not be SEO, it might be. It could just be a simple, hey, you've no indexed your whole site. That's an easy fix, right? So there's a bunch of things, but the thing to remember is that when you are looking at your site and you're looking at your data and all these things, try to think of yourself as in a bricks and mortar store. How would this look? If I was going into my retail site, and if this was a shop, what would be the equivalent? What would be the analog of this? How does that work? And then that can give you some guidance on maybe how you should be laying out your website. Hopefully that's helpful, and we'll see you next week. Thanks very much.